And what Solomon knows is that a mother's compassion is second to none. What Solomon knows is that a mother will make sacrifices for her children. What Solomon knows is a mother will do whatever's necessary to keep that child alive. And he appealed to that specific thing. And this is what he said. Okay, you say he's yours, you say he's yours, you say this one's hers, and you say this one's hers. We're going to settle this. Bring me a sword. What do you mean, bring a sword? You know, you can only imagine what's going through their minds when Solomon says, bring me a sword, because then his guard would have to walk over with a sword. He would pull it and present it in arms, so to speak. He would present that sword. But now Solomon would not have used the sword. He would have had it done, which is what we notice. And so he brought the sword. Solomon said, just cut him in half. Cut the kid in half, cut the baby in half, give her half and her half, and our problem is settled. That doesn't seem like good advice, does it? But there was a portion to that advice that we often overlook. Solomon knew the real mother would emerge in that story. Not as the one willing to sacrifice her child's life, but the one willing to make a sacrifice to save her child's life. And so when that happened, it changed the whole scenario. It changed the whole situation. It completely changed the situation. And the way that the women handled it was vastly different. Let me start from the backward side of it. One woman said, go ahead. Cut him in half. Kill the child. Now, what would you think if a woman said that? It's definitely not the child's mother, is it? It's not. But guess what the other one said? Please don't kill the child. Give it to her. Give him to her. Don't kill the child. And Solomon said, she's the mother. She's the mother. He understood that. And why would this woman who had switched these children, and she's been in denial, why would she come to this place? Because now she's in the stage of anger. She's in the point of anger, once again, not thinking clearly. And you think of it from this perspective. If I can't have my child, why should you have yours? Why should this happen to me and it should not happen to you? Why should my child die and your child live? That would be the perspective that I would come to when I would think of her in that stage of anger, because she would move into that stage, but she's going to eventually move out of that stage of anger, and she's going to come into a place of reality where she understands what has happened. I don't know if they ever had a conversation after that. I don't know if they ever continued to live together after that, but I would say that things in that household would be quite different after that situation. I would say there would be a lack of trust in that situation. I would say there would be a lack of concern. I would say that, in my opinion, not in the Bible, but I would say that in my opinion, they probably went their separate ways after that. And this woman who had the living child raised her child probably in a whole different atmosphere because of this. And so the way that Solomon handled the situation was based on godly wisdom, not earthly wisdom. And that's critically important, because he appealed to the mother. Now notice this. It says she yearned with compassion in verse 26. It says the real mother yearned with compassion. That is a very deep-rooted emotion. It's not just saying she was a little bit emotional about the situation. It's saying that she was moved with emotion. Typically, that emotion is associated with fear and pain. And there was an emotion that came out of her that set the whole situation apart. She yearned with compassion.